Greetings there, fellow viewers. This is TechBizmo, and welcome to another video. Today, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, I will be doing my Linux Mint 19.2 Cinnamon review. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started with the review. So, as you can see, I am currently in a Linux Mint 19.2 Cinnamon, and here is the lovely welcome screen. So I'm going to walk you through the welcome screen and just sort of all the things in Linux Mint 19.2. Keep in mind, guys, this is not going to be the new features video, really. This is just going to be sort of a walk around the menus and the theme manager, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, here's the welcome screen. As I said, welcome to Linux Mint. Welcome to your new operating system. This welcome screen will guide you through your first steps, show you how to find help and where to get more information about Linux Mint. In the name of the development team and everyone involved in the project, we'd like to thank you for choosing Linux Mint. We hope you'll enjoy using it as much as we enjoy working on it. Have a great time and don't hesitate to send us your feedback. So that hasn't changed. I believe that's been like the same welcome to Linux Mint screen, enjoy your operating system, that sort of stuff screen since back since the first release of Linux Mint, but I don't know. I haven't been around that long. Yeah, let's go ahead and head over to first steps. So first steps, you kind of just get a little walk through some of the programs that they recommend you install. Not really programs that they recommend that you install, but programs that are included in your operating system by default, and just a little bit about them. So I guess we'll check out Driver Manager. Check the Driver Manager to see if it recommends any additional drivers for your computer. Most hardware components are recognized by the Linux kernel and work automatically without the need to install drivers. Some, however, require proprietary drivers to be recognized or to do better work. So yeah, that's just a little example of what this first steps screen is for. Let's head over to the documentation. So we've just got some more stuff about Linux Mint, like this will probably tell us stuff about, the new release, what they've changed and what they've added, that sort of stuff. Let's actually go ahead and launch that. I believe we just have a little bit about Linux Mint. Not going to go too into detail about that. New features, here it is. I love how I was talking about how this was the new features. Well, it was an assumption anyways, but turns out this is the new features, obviously, because it says new features. So, yeah, this is not going to be the video, listing the new features. However, you guys can get a quick little look at these, as well as it will be linked in the video description if you guys would like to check that out. But also just stay tuned for my Linux Mint 19.2 changes video. I don't actually have a title planned out yet, but that's just, I don't know, an example of what it might be. And release notes, that sort of stuff. Help. You've got your IRC chat room for Hex Chat. And then contribute. So this is where you can, make contributions. You can donate some money and stuff. Make recommendations of this operating system. Make recommendations of what they should add in the future versions. Well, anyways, that is pretty much it for the welcome screen. Anyways, we also have some of our media stuff. Not really media, but we have our printers. We have our Wi-Fi connections. We have audio, battery, and then our calendar. And you guys can see right here, I am currently recording with Simple Screen Recorder. That's what I'm using to record this video. Then we have our lovely Update Manager. Welcome to Update Manager. I love how polite they are. Then we've got Bluetooth. Hopefully I'll remember to check that out a little bit later. But yeah, we'll go ahead and check out the date and time, this calendar. So this calendar is very nice. I believe it hasn't changed much since the previous updates of Linux Mint, the previous versions, I apologize, of Linux Mint. However, it still looks pretty nice. I wouldn't ask for any calendar change. It still looks very pretty. You can just see right there. Just looks very nice. You've got the date, your date up there, and then you got your time down here. By default, it is actually set at military time or 24-hour time, which is what I prefer. So depending on what you like, 24-hour or 12-hour time, AM, PM, then you can actually change that in the date and time settings, which we'll check out right here. Yeah, you can see use 24-hour clock, display the date, display seconds, first day of week, that sort of stuff. You can change your time zone, and if I want to change some of this stuff, I just have to type in my user password, and apparently that was incorrect. I actually don't think I have a password. I don't think I set up a password on this account yet. Alright, well, I guess I'll just check that out later. I'll get that worked out later, but you guys get the idea. You're able to change some things in the date and time settings, that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and head over to the menu. So you guys can see right here, this menu has not changed for several versions of Linux Mint. Still looks very beautiful. Again, I would not ask them to change anything about this menu. I just love this menu. The great, lovely Linux Mint Cinnamon menu is just very nice. I do love it. I like how it gives me the nice Windows 7 feel, because that was my favorite Windows operating system. Yeah, it just gives you kind of a nice desktop-y feel, and I really do like that. But in the menu, we have our lovely titles, names for the groups, that's what they're called. Anyways, yeah, we've got accessories. You guys can take a look what's in accessories. We've got education, which it'll depend what you have installed in your education section. Currently, I've got a Bible program, and in games, I've got Minecraft launcher and Super Text Cart. Graphics, I've got GNU image manipulation program, Pix, and Simple Scan. And you guys can check out what's in the internet and Office, sound and video, universal access, administration. I'll also scroll down for that so you guys can see. Then preferences. You guys can get a quick little look there. And then places, we've just got our documents, music, pictures, videos, and downloads, and then our recent files. Well, that is enough looking at the menus. Let's go ahead and head over to the settings. So we'll go ahead and open that up. Alright, so we are here in the settings, and as you guys can see, we have the settings broken up into several groups. So we have appearance, preferences, hardware, and administration. And you guys can have a look in appearance. We have just, your backgrounds and themes stuff, fonts and that sort of stuff, effects. Preferences, we just have the general account details, that sort of stuff, with the panel settings as well. Windows, settings, workspaces. With hardware, we have stuff like your drivers, Bluetooth, display settings, and your system info, and lovely printers. And then we have administration. In administration, actually, this is where you get your driver manager and stuff. So yeah, you have driver manager, then your firewall settings, and your users and groups. So we'll go ahead and check out something in the appearance. We'll go ahead and check out our themes, which I'm also going to modify here. So our window borders, you guys can see I'm just going to go ahead and change to mint white dark. Our icons I can leave how it is because it looks very nice as just classic mint Y icons. Then for the controls, we'll change it to mint white darker, if I can find that. Right there, you can see that looks very, very nice. And then we will change the panel, the desktop, to Linux Mint. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to change the height of our panel. So that was also a little tutorial on how to change your themes and your panel height. We can also add and remove some themes, so I can also update my cache and make sure that everything's updated, that I can download the latest themes. And then we've got some more theme settings, so we've got stuff like you can show your icons in the menu, show icon buttons, that sort of stuff. And then we have this written in some kind of other language. We'll go ahead and head back to settings, and we'll head over to preferences now. We'll head over to general in the preferences. So in general, we have stuff like our user interface, where we can change the DPI scaling, which I'm going to put back to the default, and then we'll full screen this. VSync method. I've actually never seen this before. Apparently you can change your VSync, I think. I actually don't know what this is, so don't use this video as sort of an informational video, because this is more of just a kind of a first look type scenario. And then we have our miscellaneous options, which you can apparently enable timer when logging out or shutting down, which is pretty cool. Enable support for indicators, and you'll need to restart your Cinnamon for that. Sort of self-explanatory stuff. I don't really need to go too into detail with that. We've got our online account settings, which I love this feature because, I can link my Google Drive if I want to, which that's not a really good example because I don't use Google Drive. But, I don't know, Gmail is something I use quite a lot, so I can link my Gmail very easily. We can also head over to hardware. In hardware, we can check out the display settings. So my maximum resolution is 1366 by 768 resolution. I'll head back over to our system settings. I might actually have to log out and then back in because changing my DPI scaling settings for that second kind of ruined some things. So, yeah, I'll do that in a moment. Yeah, you've got your Bluetooth settings as well, so you can add some things to your Bluetooth, so you can add some devices via Bluetooth. You guys get the idea. And then printers, I can actually add some printers. You can see I actually have my OfficeJet 6700 already added. And down here, driver manager, we can actually check out the driver manager, see if I have any drivers that need to be installed. And yep, no drivers are needed. So that's cool. We already have that by default, which is kind of a nice touch. That's what I really like about Linux, because by default, the majority of the time, you get your drivers and that sort of stuff straight out of the box, which is pretty cool. Let me see, what else can we look at? We already looked at date and time, account details, so you can actually change your picture and stuff. I can change it to a penguin or a cat. We'll change it to a cat. We've got our network settings in the hardware, so I can go and view my network connections, Wi-Fi connections, the wired stuff, if you're connected to Ethernet or Ethernet through USB, that sort of stuff. And then network proxy, so this would be stuff like, I guess, adding VPNs and that sort of stuff. Well, I guess that's enough looking there. We can check out, see if there's anything else in the settings that I desperately want to check out. Because this is all sort of stuff that I've been over in the previous release of Linux Mint 19. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to settings, so I guess we can check this out later if I figured out that I forgot anything, which I doubt I did. I think I got everything pretty well. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and close that out. We can view our file manager. I don't remember what file manager this is. I think it's Dolphin. Nemo, that's what it is. Not Dolphin. Dolphin's the one in KDE Plasma, the Plasma desktop environment. So in our lovely file manager, we've got our home, desktop, documents, music, pictures, videos, downloads, recent, file system, and trash. Well, you can also see the video that I'm currently recording, Linux Mint 19.2 review. That is the first clip that I did, and this is the current clip. And then the directories that we already reviewed: desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, and videos. I might actually be doing a video on what the templates folder is for, because I've never done a video on that, which I've actually been wanting to do. I actually personally don't know what the templates folder is for, but I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about it. So up here at the top, we've got our file, we've got edit, view, go, bookmarks, and help, which in help, that's where I found out that this is Nemo, the file manager, not Dolphin. It is not Dolphin. We can go ahead and look in files, so you can actually add new tabs, which is very nice. Properties. Actually, something I heard is that they actually have better Samba support, so SMB support. If you have a file share server at your house, then apparently the support is just a lot better. And I don't know, maybe now there's just dedicated buttons for connecting to servers. I could have sworn those were there in the previous releases of Linux Mint. However, maybe they weren't. Maybe they were somewhere else, and maybe they actually are somewhere else where I'm thinking that they added dedicated buttons for, or dedicated shortcuts for connecting to Samba servers or just other servers in general. In edit, we've just got our stuff like cut, copy and paste, undo, redo, select all, that sort of stuff. You can actually pin some stuff, which is very cool. You can rename some folders. I will be going over some of these. I'm sure they added some things in the file manager. I will be going over that. If they did change anything, I will be going over that in my changes video. So here we have view as well, so you guys can get a quick view of what's in the view. You've got, your zoom in and zoom out stuff, which you can just do by control and scroll. You can also do it with your trackpad. Lovely. And then go, we've got just kind of shortcuts to go to certain directories. So if I gotta go to trash, then I just click the dedicated button for that, and then go to network. I can go to Windows Network, and I can actually connect to my server, I'm assuming. Doesn't look like it right now, but I don't know, maybe I'll check that out in a future video. Bookmarks, we can actually bookmark some folders and some directories, as you guys know. Also very self-explanatory, but still pretty cool to learn about, I guess. You can actually, this has been here for a while, but you can actually change the viewing of the directories. So say you wanted it to look like that or like this. My personal favorite is actually this. This and this and this. I like all three of them. I actually have trouble with choosing between those because they're all lovely. They all look pretty. Well, yeah, I wonder, I was thinking I could just resize the icons, but because I messed up the DPI scaling, then, yeah, I guess I'll just have to log out or just refresh the screen, so, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I got that fixed. Let's go ahead and continue. We'll go ahead and open up our software manager and check that out. I doubt anything has changed. I haven't heard any changes in the software manager, but it's just nice to take a look. So we've got our editor's picks. So I guess this is sort of programs for workstation users, I guess, something like that. Or program editors, Linux Mint editors, I don't know. Just let me know in the comments section below if you know what editor's picks means, because I don't know who the editors are, like editors for what. Then up here we've got sort of just an ad for GIMP, which is beautiful. And then we've got our categories, which I am very much loving. I love the categories. I love how they break up the programs into different categories, into different genres. The different genres into different categories. That's what I'm trying to say. So we've got accessories, fonts, games, graphics, internet, office programming, science and education, sound and video, system tools, editors picks, and Flatpak. So depending on what time or what year you're watching this review video, there might actually be more categories, and I'm sure maybe even next week they're going to add more categories, because they're always going to be adding more categories, because they're always changing. Anyways, we'll check out the games. So I already have SuperTux cart. Got Play on Linux to download Windows games on Linux. SuperTux, just the Super Mario Bros. Ripoff. And then Minecraft, which, cool, they still have like a launcher for it, which I've actually, yeah, people are saying it's not working. I've tried it in previous versions of Linux Mint. I think it was actually Linux Mint 19.1, or maybe it was just 19. I checked out Minecraft, and I attempted to install it and play it. However, that did not work for some reason. It just would never launch. And then in the internet, we'll check that out. We've got Chromium browser, which I'm not going to install because I don't really use Chromium anymore. We've got Firefox, FileZilla, Thunderbird, Pigeon Internet Messenger, that sort of stuff. XChat. So, yeah. And also KTorrent. Can't forget about that. We've also got Office, so I'm assuming this will have, LibreOffice, Vim, Sublime, Nano, all your text editors and stuff. We've got graphics, which GIMP is going to be right up there. Yes, it is. GIMP is right there. And I also have it installed by default. That's one thing I like about Linux Mint. They include GIMP by default, which, I don't know, it wouldn't bother me if they didn't. I just need to do sudo apt install GIMP. You can also check out our sound and video, which, of course, here you're going to get VLC and stuff like your cheese. I kind of want some cheese now. But yeah, now, OpenShot, which is a video editor, I think. I've actually never used OpenShot. Yeah, OpenShot's a video editor. Kdenlive should also be in here, but I am not seeing it. Watch, I'm probably going to scroll past it. Anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm going to search for Kdenlive. And no. Oh, never mind. It's there. I got worried there for a second, but no worries. Panic moment there. Kdenlive is indeed in the Software Center in Linux Mint 19.2, so keep that in mind if you guys were wondering if you should switch to Linux Mint 19.2 over just Kdenlive not being in the Software Manager, then so be it. Yeah. Well, we could create a new folder, which very self-explanatory. I really don't need to go over that sort of stuff. We'll check out Bluetooth. I think I already checked this out, so never mind. We won't. Check out these settings in Bluetooth. So I can actually change the name of my laptop or the name of the discoverable name in Bluetooth. So what my laptop will show up in phones and other Bluetooth devices when you're trying to connect it to another device. My laptop, that is, to another device. Let's also change my wallpaper. We'll just go over that really quickly. So you can easily change your wallpaper by right-clicking on the desktop and then changing desktop background, and then just choosing your wallpaper of choice. In my case, I'm just going to choose that, which looks very pretty. Well, guys, Linux Mint 19.2, in my opinion, is indeed a worthy replacement of the previous Linux Mint 19.1. Not really replacement, but, just kind of an updated, sort of newer version thingy. Anyways, yeah, the point is, Linux Mint 19.2 has some pretty cool new features that I will be going over in about a week or so, maybe tomorrow. Just stay tuned for that. As I said, it will be in my Linux Mint. I will be making a video on the Linux Mint 19.2 changes. I will be actually checking out the Linux Mint website, and according to the Linux Mint official website, what they have added and what they have changed, and I will also be using a secondary source for that video. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Anyways, guys, as I said, it has come towards the end of this video now. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this video. Please feel free to let me know what you guys think about my review video in the comments section below. Let me know if it was bad, if there are any improvements that need to be made by the way I speak, or by my reviewing tactic. I don't know. Yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.